What's up, Dharma tribe? Here we are for the weekend. Today is the full moon, wolf moon, and I believe it's a lunar eclipse too, if I'm not mistaken. It's coming up. So people are probably, wicked emotional right now, and everything seems to be going wrong and nothing can go right. You know how that full moon does us with all those extra fancy fucking thoughts, right? So for those of you who are new, what's up? I'm Dharma, here to do a weekend tarot spread for you. This is going to be for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Full moon eclipse weekend. I'm just lighting up some sage. This is my first reading of the day, so I need to kind of... There we go. Okay, so no particular zodiac sign. This is for the general collective. It may resonate with you, it may not. I might be talking about you, I might be talking about the cross watcher, I might be talking about someone that you don't know. This might not be about you. Please don't write so in the comments. You guys, quick disclaimer, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that complain or whatever, but you guys can be really mean. So just, don't. Okay. So I guess we're starting with the fairies since that's what I grabbed. I think I want to do fairies and good tarot. I just need some good news. Does anybody else feel that way? Like you just need some good news because everything is really stagnant and all these things from the first eclipse were supposed to have been eclipsed out or restarted by now, and it's just not, So we'll just see. Intuit Oracle. We're going to do that too. Okay. Cleanseroonie. Guys, angels, anyone from the highest good from our tribe. Coming in for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What do we have here? Okay. Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. What do we have for the weekend, please? I'm just going to pull a couple cards first and get a feel. Alright. So the only one that came up right so far was here, the Fiery Sword, which is equivalent to the Ace of Swords. Oh my goodness. And the Unity card. Oh. So we have two scenarios here. Well, that's four. We have two scenarios. Two dudes. Romeo and Captain Sociopath. And we have one lightsaber to cut one and one union to join with another. I wonder how this is going to work out. Just saying. One is worth joining, one is worth cutting. Yes? So let's talk about the tool first. The Glankener is a box full of fake beans. Yeah? He is actually this right here. This little itty bitty scared little boy or girl. Yes? But they put on this big fancy suit walking around like I'm better, a soul shrinker. I'm better than you. Let's compete. Let me get in your brain and try and mess you up. Let me try and take. Let me, but there's never any give. It's all take with this one. And here, the Fiery Sword, that is like the divine masculine energy. It also talks about spiritual will and justice. It's the proverbial spiritual lightsaber. And it is time to cut this one because it's almost like anytime this one comes around, your balance, your scales go and then you walk around and it gives you kind of like a PTSD thing, right? Like you're afraid to get in another relationship because you're like, I know the warning signs, but they're not warning signs. It's narcissism PTSD. Been there, right? This doesn't have to be an ex. This is just a figure. It doesn't even have to be male because it's a suit and the meat suit can change, right? It's this person right here that's really, really small but puffs out like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, right? This is someone I see repeated. It's like always the same thing, kind of like a karmic wheel, where if you don't learn the lesson, sure, you can come back, smack. Sure, you can come back, whack. Sure, you can come back, punch and kick. And then you're like, I just don't understand why I'm being nice to this person, and every time I am not around them anymore, I feel like shit. And it's because that is their energy. And if you're here watching, tarot, you probably have the clairempathic or an empath ability, on fire. It's out there. You can feel it. And then you end up picking it up. And then when this person leaves, they're like an energy vampire. They've drained all your energy and you just are confused. Enter Edward Cullen, who is the exact opposite. As a matter of fact, this Edward, Romeo, gorgeous dude that's in love with you, has had his own Glankener. You guys are mirrored, right? This is your life, this is his life, they're the same. They're absolutely symmetrical. And it's time to join, to make this union. I also think that the energy, this good, light, loving, devotional, romantic energy, this one can feel it. They can feel it. Look at how they're looking. Who are you texting? How dare you speak to anybody else? How dare you cut your source off from me? Blah, blah, blah. There's two of these, one for you, one for him. Right? So what I'm saying is that you've had similar experiences. So over the weekend, it might be at the same time where they're all in the room together, or it might just be two different, messages. Like maybe Friday you hang out with this, box of tools, and then Friday night you hang out with Romeo or whatever, but it doesn't matter. These are two different people. One needs cut, one needs joined. Period. Let's get the good tarot out. Good tarot, Colette Baron Reed. What do we have for the weekend? Additional messages for the weekend, please. Page of Cups. It's time to speak. What I just noticed is that how I put this down, this girl is in between both of these men. King of Air. Six of Rods. And the 10 of Air. Oh my goodness. So the way I put these down, I really want the camera in camera so that you guys can see it. The 10 of Swords fell out and landed right on top of this one. Let's just make it 11 swords for good measure, eh? It's over. It needs to be over. It needs to be done. They need to be blocked from your space, because every time they come into your space, they ruin your damn day. Every single time. And that spirit, like, do you need 11 swords? Because we got an extra one if you need it, because it's time. And again, I mean, I'm joking and saying that, spirit is saying that, but the way the universe works is when it's done, they will remove it. They will cause something to happen. They, as in source, will cause something to happen so that they are removed anyway. Then you have the King of Swords. So this person might be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, does not have to be. But they want to come forward and speak about this. You see that's that unity. I heard captivated. Is that not the face of someone who is captivated? Now notice how the King of Swords came out with this one, okay? These whited out cards, I know you've probably heard me talk about it before, but they are stone. They don't move. They don't take action. They sit there and they wait and they ponder and they logically consider what they're going to do. Just like the King of Swords. Because the King of Swords is decisive, right? He will wait and he will collect all the information that he needs until he's ready to make a move. It looks like at this point, it's either him coming to this feminine to say something, or it's the Page of Cups. That's the talk. Either way, it works out in your favor because you had the Six of Rods upright. That's victory. That's public recognition. That's just being downright happy, basically. I heard easy movement, fluid movement forward. Ease into a new life. Your life changes, basically. I think the exit of this Glankener is victory. I think that the ethers are going to be clapping and cheering, and your ancestors are like, finally, and they go out and have a mystical beer after because you're stressing them out. Not you, but them, right? The narcissist person is just all he does is a bag full of stress. It's what they do, right? I mean, I can only imagine what this person's guides are like. They're probably stressed out too. I mean, that's their karma for this life. That's not my problem. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying this dude is a tool to you. It doesn't have to be a dude. Someone in your life that's a energy vampire. Yeah? And they need to go. I just saw the tornado and this. It's time to break the chain. Again, I mean, I don't know how many cards that can come out that say, get rid of this person. Get rid of this person. And again, victory. This fell out on top of the Six of Rods. That's essentially the exact same thing that the Six of Rods is. You end up with victory. I think there's two victories. Like a double victory weekend. You get rid of one and you attain the other. And it's what's strange is that the clouds. Do you see what this person does? They come in and they block the sun. They leave you in a state of confusion. They leave you in a state of feeling like you need to defend yourself. No, that's not true. I didn't do that. I didn't say that. That's not how that went down. Wait, what? You're saying what to me now? And they talk and they whatever, and you can't, and your brain is swirled because they blocked out the sun. You have no clear vision. It's not warm. It's freaking Sleepy Hollow. 24 hours a day with this bro or girl or douche, whoever. They bring the clouds. The island. Boom. It's time to separate. You see where it says separation? See where it says standoffish? I think one of the main goals about this Glankener is for you to not engage at all. Because you know how I was saying that you're like, wait, I didn't say that. Well, no, I didn't. I mean, what? And you're like justifying yourself to try to be like, no, that's not the truth. Why are you, whatever. This island coming out is saying, don't even play. Don't even play. Don't even get involved with it. Just be like, okay, thanks for your opinion. Bye. It's almost like the silent treatment would be your best option with this one. What's the point? If they're a, textbook, whatever label, douchebag, okay? Arguing with them is gonna be like, it's fun for them because they're not bothered. They're wildly unbothered. And watching you go, wait, I'm swirled, my brain, what? They love that shit. You're swirling around and your energy is swirling and their energy vampire is going, tastes like fae. I love me some fairy juice, right? And then you leave like, I'm so tired. And they're like, yeah, no kidding, because you have no light left. They took it. So this is spirit coming out being like, Watch. When you give your vampire the silent treatment and the proverbial, they're gonna lose their mind. They're gonna lose their mind. But you have the fiery sword, the spiritual protection coming out. They will go away. Once they figure out that you're no longer a source for them, they'll go away. And then that leaves you space here for sweet little Romeo. The ladybug. And the swans. And the hanged man. And the snake. You see? Do you see what's going on here? Because of this person's snakery, backstabbery. Also notice that it says the silent treatment. Yeah, that's what we know about. We know we're supposed to do that, but they're a snake and they're causing delays in your life on purpose because they want you to be their source. They don't want you to have any other whatever. But look what came out for Jesus. This is insane. Right? That's what you have waiting for you. A whole new life with a kindred spirit who feels as tender and wonderful as you do, and they also mirror you. They've had your same experiences. They get you. They get you. And because of this other one over here, delays have been caused. And it might not even be like they got in the way and said, you can't, you know, whatever. It's not that. It's not that. It's their energy being around is not leaving any space for this other person to come in, even though they're around. They're around, they're circling, but they can't come in. So it looks like we have two, I mean, obviously this Romeo, Edward Cullen character, the poet, is coming out because you're going to have some kind of experience with them this weekend, okay? Along with this really, really terrible experience of really having to hold yourself together and try to give this one the silent treatment and not argue with them and not engage and to break the chain. Absolutely break the chain and get away from them. You're no longer allowed in the space, period. You're just gonna have to. So let's go do an extended. I wanna see what happens with Edward Cullen because, dude, I mean, I don't know how else to explain how awesome this energy is. Other than you belong together. And until this other one leaves, you can't be together. So let's go do an extend and see. The link for that is in the box below. It takes you over to Vimeo. Okay. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Watch your daily lives. And until next time, have a good one.